13 ayes.
Mr. O'Farrell?
Madam Chair, just to clarify, this is not a presentation. This is simply a routine administrative process where the Bureau of Engineers approves the installation of the star on the Walk of Fame. The celebration and presentation will actually be the ceremony of the Walk of Fame. That's how it has always worked out, so this is not a presentation. And for anyone who just heard that tirade, I apologize because we are held by First Amendment laws to let any crazy, wacko person come up here and say anything they want. And so we're held to that standard, so I apologize for everyone who was offended just then, but that's part of the deal in this council chambers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Farrell. Mr. Englander?
I'm glad you mentioned that under the First Amendment and responding to that. I just wanted to add to that. I saw the look on the face of our interpreter, why he had to interpret that. And I'd like while I understand it's First Amendment, we've gotten some complaints from various interpreters here that the part of their job is to be exposed to that and have to say it. And while it's First Amendment, I'm really wondering also what the legalities we have to be under because their employees having to do that are. So if we can ask the city attorney to look into that and get back to us on that as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Englander. Let's move on to item 9.
Item 9, call special for cards.
Mr. Barajas, item 9.
Okay, so as I take this, you're trying to figure out how to reuse water. In this case, you're going to somehow direct funding for something called Potable Reuse Project. Unfortunately, obviously, we are in the 21st century, and we're thinking about reusing already used water. Anyways, I think people should get the fact, and I'll bring this up during general public comment, that the technologies does exist to create water, not reuse a water like what you already use, but what about also desalination or other means of creating water, causing it to rain, ionization. But the funding obviously has to be promoted from where? From an intellectual source, which is called the human mind, or the ability to create these sources of water. I do believe that these green technologies, which is what the problem is, as opposed to real technological breakthroughs, I mean, it just shows you what kind of depravity we are in, where your officials are promoting sources of technologies which are not sources of technological breakthroughs. These are backward technologies, and I know some of you do know that, but you don't know how to get the funding for it, right? So what I'm saying here is don't invest in this kind of crap.
Thank you, Mr. Barajas. Next speaker, John Walsh. Item 9, sir.
Thanks. John Walsh, blogging at HollywoodHighlands.org, and Jay Walsh, confidential, tweeting at Hollywood Dems. Communication from the Board of Public Works relative to a grant of $120,000 for the WATE reuse. Is that waste reuse, or is that a typo? WATE Reuse Research Foundation for the nitrosodimethylamine precursor strategy for direct potable reuse project. That's 3 lines. God only knows what that is. There's not a single person up here who knows what the hell that is. But you're all going to throw that $120,000 in because, you know, some of it will stick to the mayor and his gay lover, Glenn Dake.
Mr. Spindler, please stop clapping. Next speaker is Mr. Spindler on item 9. Are you speaking on this item or not? He passes. That concludes cards on item 9. Let's open the row. close the roll and tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
Okay, item passes. Mr. Price, are you ready for your presentation, sir?
Madam President, members, I have a great honor this morning to acknowledge a group of extraordinary legal professionals in our community, attorneys who've been providing free legal workshops throughout the 9th District over this past several months. Collectively, they have successfully expunged records from over 200 residents, enabling them to apply for new jobs, credit, even home ownership. They successfully serviced over 150 people because of unlawful evictions and successfully saved people from illegally being thrown out on the streets. They have held elder abuse workshops, housing rights workshops, and will be holding immigration rights workshops, tax preparation workshops, homeowner rights workshops, all free to the community. Because of this and much more, it's my honor to present and acknowledge each of them with the following certificate: for your outstanding legal service and advocacy provided to the community of the 9th District, your exceptional leadership and dedication to developing a community legal service program for the underserved that has enhanced the quality of life of our residents and empower them to create positive change for themselves, their families, and their neighborhoods. Your commitment to legal education and outreach has helped our community reach our goals for success for all residents in the 9th District, and we are appreciative and proud of your many accomplishments and efforts you have achieved through this community collaboration. Let's give it up for these outstanding legal professionals who are serving our community, not just the 9th District, but our community in general. Please, let's welcome them. Specifically, we want to acknowledge Fernando Gaitan, Alexander Harnden, Stephanie Lynn, Desong Matthew, Kevin Reyes, Jennifer Wiseman, Leslie Ivy, Cecilia Francisco, and C.T. Turney. And we also want to acknowledge the following organizations: Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles, the Restoration Law Center, and A New Quality of Life. And so again, we appreciate the role that these professionals are playing in improving the quality of life in our community and serving citizens who really deserve their assistance and help. And we thank you.
Mr. Price, we have Mr. Blumenfield that would also like to say a few words.
Just want to say, Mr. Price, thank you for bringing this forward. All great attorneys, I'm sure, but I want to pick out one in particular, someone I've known a long time, Leslie Ivy. Just want to congratulate you. I've known you since before you even had your law degree. We've been friends, and my wife and myself, and we just are really proud of you, of the work that you're doing, that all of you are doing, but especially to you, Leslie. Thank you.
Congratulations to you all. Thank you, Mr. Price. Okay, Madam Clerk, let's move on to item 12.
Item 12, called special for cards.
Mr. Wayne Spiller, item 12, are you speaking on this item?
And then how about the others? Were they cool?
Presentations, thank you. Thank you, yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Spindler, can we start the clock on Mr. Spindler? You pulled a card for item 12.
We don't want to be interrupting the meeting with your presentations. Now we have to have... No, see, everybody's just all over the fucking place.
You need to speak on the item. I'm going to have you sit down.
The death of Justin Alexander Pitts, Nuri, because I have to go into Nuri mode. $50,000. Don't take the award, Nuri. Nobody take the award for these item 12 and 13, these fines, these 50,000 lousy fucking dollars to go in the witness protection program. Don't do it. Say no to this. Vote no on 12 and 13. Marchese, vote no on 12 and 13. And the most important thing about this thing is, fuck the police.
Next speaker, Mr. Walsh, on item number 12.
John Walsh, blogging it. You started, I have a bad knee. That's why it takes me to come up here. You hate cripples, don't you?
I do not, sir. I give you your time.
He started the clock
I give you enough time to get up here,
Okay, I
sir.
know you don't give a shit. Number 12, an offer of reward for information leading to the responsible for the death of Justin Alexander Pitts. Nobody gives a damn about him. All you care about is your goddamn liquor licenses. And incidentally, if you're Korean, Rue gives you a 50% discount on the bride.
Mr. Walsh, you got to speak to the item, sir.
Number 12. This is the conviction for the responsible death of Justin Pitts, who was killed by a drunk driver who drank the alcohol which you gave the license to. There are too many fucking licenses in this city, you fucking scumbags. You're responsible for the death.
That concludes cards on item number 12. I want to apologize to the children that are in the back of the council chambers. Mr. Hunt, I need you to sit down, sir. I need you to sit down. I don't have a card for this item for you. That concludes cards on item number 12. Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
Item passes. Let's move on to item 13.
Called special for cards.
Mr. Hunt, item 13, sir.
Subject for payment?
13. Item 13.
Yeah, $50,000 reward. I am for rewards. I am for catching the bad guy. And I'm not for killing, so go ahead and approve this one.
The next speaker is Wayne Spindler on item 13. He passes. That concludes cards on this item. Let's open the row, close the row, and tabulate the votes.
13 ayes.
Let's move on to item 3.
Called special for cards.
Mr. Walsh, item 3.
John Walsh at HollywoodHighlands.org. There is now no children in the audience, and there wasn't before. There were no children in the audience. You lied.
No,
and let me
sir,
tell
there
you,
were children
as
here.
far as the alcohol consumption rate is concerned, this is another liquor license. Maybe you should apologize, Ms. Nuri Martinez, for this city having the highest rate of hit-and-run drivers in America and the highest rate of alcohol consumption outside of downtown Las Vegas. Maybe you should stop handing out liquor licenses, you son of a bitch. Maybe you should instead put put a cap on them. But you don't give a fucking shit because it's not your kids.
Next speaker, Mr. Wayne Spindler. Item 3.
We apologize to the children because we're all children in one way or another. Yeah. Great fucking idea. Right after a hit and run, another fucking liquor license in the city. Necessity and convenience is the test. We have no necessity for another one of these fucking liquor licenses. But this guy Weezer, he's got to go and intoxicate the entire CD14. Every time somebody wants a liquor license in Jose Weezer's district, you're open to have it. Doesn't matter how many, doesn't matter who wants it. As long as you go to CD14 and Jose Weezer, you get your liquor license automatically. Automatically. Nobody gives a fuck here. Nobody reads this. Nobody here on this council, former cops, nobody gives a shit about it. This fucking liquor licenses are out of control in this fucking city.
The next speaker is Michael Carrion on item 3, sir.
Thank you. As a recovering alcoholic myself, I ask you, how many liquor stores do you need? Every time somebody gets hurt or killed by a drunk driver, the council members here, some of you, care enough to show up for political reasons to say, oh, poor child shouldn't have got killed and blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous. Hypocrisy. This is what bothers me. Mr. Weezer has given more liquor licenses than hookers have given blowjobs. And it's getting to the point where lives are at stake here. And nobody cares. All you people sit here like a bunch of donkeys and just pass it on, pass it on. There's 13 people here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 council members here. Oh, 6. Well, I don't know if he counts. But, and you guys just pass them and pass them and pass them. Liquor licenses. And then Mr. Weezer has the audacity to be on the board for the homeless. Alcoholism is a part of becoming homeless. Yet Mr. Weezer gives all the licenses, more licenses in the history of this city. Mr. Weezer has given more licenses, liquor licenses in his district than anybody in the city of Los Angeles, any other council member. And I ask you, how could that be? Is it, in Spanish they call it la mordida. Is Mr. Weezer getting paid off?
Sir, you got to speak to the item, sir.
I am.
Item 3.
The item of a liquor license. Is Mr. Weezer getting paid for selling liquor licenses? That's a question. That is on this thing. Anyways, bottom line is, alcohol kills. And when it's your child, I hope you sit there and laugh.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker is Juan Alcala. Item number 3.
Yes, I will remind you of the history of alcohol. We gave alcohol to the American Indians.
This is not on
And then
topic.
we took their land. We give liquor license. Shut up, city attorney, I'm talking.
The speaker's
Don't
off
interrupt.
topic.
Do not interrupt. I'm talking
Mr.
about
Alcala, you need
liquor.
to speak to the item, sir.
I know, I'm talking about liquor licenses. They should not be allowed. You bunch of hypocrites. You city attorney. Are you the real city attorney? Or are you just a substitute? Or a prostitute?
The speaker is off topic.
Mr. Alcala, this is your last warning.
Thou shalt not call hypocrites because they give liquor licenses to everybody that will put $1 in the pocket of City Hall. City Hall is hungry for money. It's always hungry for money. Look at the parking meters.
You're not speaking on the subject, Mr. Alcala.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You're done, Mr. Alcala. Thank you. Thank you very much. That concludes cards on item 3. Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
Item passes. Let's move on to item 1.
Madam President?
Mr. Englander?
Oh, can I, if I could, I'd actually like to reconsider an item from Wednesday's agenda, Council Item 16-0170-S8, and then have it continued for 30 days. So if we can move to reconsider that item from Wednesday first.
We are going to, okay, let's open the roll to vote on reconsideration on the item that Mr. Englander just mentioned. Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
You wish for the item to be continued for 30 days, sir?
Yes, please. It was item 2E from Wednesday.
What day is that, Madam Clerk?
30 days would be March 18th.
Okay, the item will be continued until March 14th? 18th, I'm sorry about that. March 18th?
Thank you. And
Okay.
then also on 1H for today, if we can continue 1H for 30 days. Oh, well, go ahead.
So let's vote on the item that Mr. Englander just mentioned. Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
Okay, and you wish to continue what other item?
1H for 30 days. That's on today, so we don't have to vote on that.
I understand
Just continue
that.
it. Okay, thank you very much.
Let's continue 1H for Mr. Englander for 30 days as well.
And Madam President, on item 1, there are requests to continue the items for 30 days to March 18th, and those items are 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, 1I, and 1M for 30 days to March 18th.
Without objection, that will be the order. Mr. Buscaino?
Thank you, Madam President. If I may also reconsider from last Wednesday's council meeting, council file number 16010S35. That was item 1T. If we can vote on that reconsideration, please.
Okay, let's open the roll,
Thank you.
close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
That item, if we can, Madam President, continue for 30 days.
Okay, the
Thank
request is to continue the item for 30 days. Thank you. Let's continue on item 1.
Item 1 called special for cards.
Mr. Walsh and Mr. Spindler, you're both out of time. Next speaker is Michael Carrion. Item 1, sir.
Speaking on item 1A, which is in Mr. Huizar's district. And the reason why I'd like to speak on it is because I've lived there for so many years and I've tried and made so many frugal attempts to work with Mr. Huizar on a lot of these issues. And his staff is so incompetent that you can't speak to him. One of his staff members says that they're working construction on a retainer wall in Soto, which is was a cleanup job. So when these items come to the councilman's office to work with them, they get them all confused. A lot of these projects are fixed, are done, are cleaned, and they still have to pay fines because the councilman's office is incompetent and can't work with them. They can't do what they're supposed to do, so they end up screwing it all up for people that have to pay these fines. And these fines are ridiculous. In CD 14 on Valley Boulevard, we have sidewalks that are against handicap. You can't walk, you can't even take a walker through there. But you don't fix your property. Yet Mr. Huizar's out, probably in some bar, you know, getting ready to drive another city car to get in another accident.
You need to speak to the item, sir.
Okay? But he's not here. And his staff's not here. And this is something that they're putting on here. And they're allowing to continue. And they're not saying nothing. These family members have already fixed this. Yet it's here. They've called him. They went to his office. And they fixed the problem. but it's still here. I call that incompetence. That's why I called for a recall for Mr. Huizar. His staff can't work. His staff doesn't know what they're doing. They can't fix these problems, but yet you continue to push this problem. He's probably with one of his staff members now in a motel.
Thank you. Next speaker, Juan Alcala on item 1.
I just came from Barcelona.
Item 1.
Item 1, in LA, people are stupid because they let city council put liens on them. On every property available, there will be a lien available for whatever reason. You see, all the city inspector has to go and see a bunch of leaves on the floor. Oh, this guy isn't cleaning his part of the sidewalk. Let's give him a lien and let it amount. Let it compound interest because the guy doesn't even know he's got a lien. You see, they don't serve him proper notice. They don't give him what do you call those letters where you have to sign for it? You never send a letter where the owner of the house has to sign for it. Therefore, you are illegally putting liens on people, and you are the goddamn crooks that rule our world over here in LA. There are other crooks in other cities, but they all do the same thing. You follow a pattern of government that has taken over the rights of the people. Who the fuck are you and Donald Trump?
Mr. Alcala, you're not speaking on item 1, sir. No, you're not.
About liens, which are illegal. You levy illegal liens upon the people. And that is not, as the Jews would say, that's not kosher. You know? That's not
item
kosher.
1? Okay, thank you, sir. You're done. Thank you very much. That concludes cards on item 1. Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
Okay, item passes. Madam Clerk, let's move on to public comment. Mr. Walsh.
John Walsh, blogging at J. Walsh Confidential. I want to bring something out you haven't seen in the LA Times. Mr. Garcetti is 100% in favor of Hillary. I want all those people, all those limp-dick liberals who believe that Garcetti is Jesus Christ transformed. He is for Hillary. Now, he went out last weekend and campaigned for her in Nevada. He spit in the face of Bernie. He butt-fucked Bernie Sanders. That's what Hillary and Garcetti are doing. He is not a progressive. Garcetti is not a progressive, but he flirts with David Sennheiser, the gay reporter, and the gay reporter at the Times falls in love with him and doesn't report the truth. He was out there. He's 100% eating out Hillary Clinton. That is his job, and he hates Jews like Bernie Sanders. That's your mayor.
Next speaker, Wayne Spindler, on public comment. Wayne Spindler.
So, I get thrown out of meetings, huh? Wednesday, the puppet Negro Herb Wesson threw me out for no reason at all. But today the hood returns. I left my hood back on Wednesday and I got thrown out. So when you come to these meetings, please wear a hood. You're guaranteed not to get thrown out. As long as you wear a hood or a swastika, you will not be thrown out of City Hall meetings. Failure to do so may result in rejection by the Uncle Tom, Herb Wesson Jr. At 1 o'clock today, they're going to have a secret meeting here at 1 o'clock to rewrite the DWP charter to make it 7 full-time paid members. Millions and millions of dollars of wasted fucking money, and no on Mitchell Englander for supervisor.
Next speaker, Michael Carrion. Followed by Jacqueline Richardson.
Yes, I've been here for several months or 10 years trying to discuss that retainer wall with Mr. Huizar's office. About a month and a half ago, his secretary or his girlfriend said that construction has started when it was just a cleanup. Mr. City Attorney, you might want to look into this. This was a lawsuit that was filed and won by the plaintiff. Now the city is paying for a contractor to do the work. But Mr. Huizar had city employees go clean it to make me believe that contractor had already started. So now you got a contract that's handed out by a lawsuit, and you got Mr. Huizar sending city employees to clean up that property before the contractor starts the contract. If that's not a misappropriation of employees, I don't know what is. Mr. Huizar sent city employees to clean up something that was already won by a lawsuit and should not have been done.
Next speaker, Jacqueline Richardson, followed by Brian Barajas.
Cuba and Obama. What does this mean to Los Angeles? The Obama administration, according to a small TV station, Obama authorized Cuba in the near future to have 100 flights a day to the United States. It's supposedly for tourism, 100 flights a day. What does this mean to Los Angeles? There are already 1 million people in Los Angeles, more or less, that need jobs. What does this so-called tourism mean to the city? Will there be enough jobs for everyone?
Thank you, ma'am. Next speaker, Byron Barajas, followed by Juan Alcala.
I turned in a leaflet to the, everybody on this side of the aisle. The fall of the Roman Empire, and you are there. Now, I think the process by which we're going to actually accelerate the powers to accelerate the mind of mankind is if we get the idea that World War III should not happen under this administration, Obama, or any other administration that's coming in, whether it be Hillary, Sanders, Trump, or anybody else. We have to really create the presidential candidate. Every citizen has to really develop in themselves what that aspect of being presidential or having a system of a presidency for the country, for the world, means. We cannot tolerate Obama and his fascistic movement to annihilate Russia and China.
Mr. Alcala?
Well, I want to correct, he called Mr. Wesson and Uncle Tom. Mr. Price, Mr. Dawson, Mr. Wesson is not an Uncle Tom. He's just an Oreo cookie. Black on the outside and white on the inside, which is a little bit different than Uncle Tom. I don't know what Uncle Tom means. Anyway, and I don't give a shit. But I want to question whether Hillary Clinton is an infomaniac or Bernie Sanders can still get it up, or Donald Trump knows what the fuck he's talking about. I want to know. Are you going to elect that redneck motherfucker? Are you? Are you going to elect that redneck motherfucker? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know.
That concludes public comment. Mr. Hunt, I don't have a card for you, sir. Hold on for just a second. Don't yell. Do not yell. Hold on. I'm looking for your card. I don't have it in front of me. Hold on. Your card's not here, but go ahead. You have a minute.
Thank you. Here's what I gotta say to LAPD. Fuck Los Angeles PD. Or should I say, the crimes that they have committed, what they do is not permissible. At the LA Police Commission, our Pledge of Allegiance is called Fuck the Police by NWA, and the reason why they have capriciously abused their discretion, and I don't care what you say, I'm going to start at the top with the chief. The chief needs to be relieved. In the city of Los Angeles, you guys cannot stop the lawsuits that you guys lose. 99.9% of the lawsuits that are filed against the city of Los Angeles, you guys end up losing. Why? Because you guys don't have common sense. The people vote for you guys. Start listening to them.
That concludes public comment, Madam Clerk. What's before us?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Posted and referred.
The desk is clear.
To members, are there any announcements? Mr. Harris Dawson?
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. On tomorrow morning, beginning at 9 a.m. at Crenshaw Christian Center on 79th and Vermont, the firefighter recruitment section will be hosting a public safety career expo that will include LAFD, LAPD, and Los Angeles Airport Police Department as well. Everyone is welcome to get more information about how to begin a career in public safety on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other announcements, members? Mr. Buscaino, do you have an announcement? Nope. Anyone else? Please rise for adjourning motions. Any adjourning motions? On my right, Mr. Koretz.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to acknowledge the loss of another rock and roll player and an important individual, singer and band leader Dan Hicks, who died a little over a week ago at the age of 74 due to cancer. He had a unique blend of Benny Goodman and other swing era jazz greats styles, as well as folk bluegrass, the western swing in the style of Bob Wills, junk bands, gypsy jazz, the Andrews Sisters stylings in harmonics, the witty genius of Fats Wallers, and the blues. And they all went to the musics of Dan Hicks and his most notable group, the Hot Licks, as many of you will remember Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks, his best-known band. He first was the drummer for the Charlatans, one of the first bands of the San Francisco music scene that eventually led to the Jefferson Airplane, the Grateful Dead, and many others. He started the Hot Licks in 1968 with playful, carefree tunes and absurdly funny lyrics and use of swing music, scat singing, call and response, and strings. They offered a striking contrast to the typical psychedelic sounds of the era, and the New York Times said their music was defiantly unfashionable, proudly eccentric, and foot-tappingly catchy. He didn't go out of his way to become a commercial success, and they didn't have million-selling records, but they had a hugely, wonderfully wide and diverse, loyal following that crowded any of their shows. And that was true during the original tenure of the Hot Licks, which lasted until 1973, when Dan Hicks disbanded the group. at its height of popularity because he thought it was getting stale. Later on in the 1990s, when he put the group back together for live performances and new recordings, which went on for over 20 years. Stars who are big fans were honored to take part on those recordings, the likes of Bette Midler, Elvis Costello, Tom Waits, Willie Nelson, and Jimmy Buffett. The group continued to play to many intensely loyal fans and had many more dates lined up for the future. And while those concerts won't happen, the world of music will always appreciate how Dan Hicks carried the torch for our musical heritage in a fun but endearing manner. He's survived by his wife, Claire Wasserman, and his stepdaughter, Sarah.
Okay, any other adjourning motions? Mr. Harris Dawson?
Thank you so much, members and Madam Chair. I'd like to ask that we adjourn in the memory of Denise Matthews, also known as Vanity, of the group Vanity Six, a 1980s women's group protégée by Prince. She was also the co-star of two 1980s cult classic movies, The Last Dragon and Action Jackson. We lost her at an early age of 57 due to kidney failure after years and years of struggles with alcohol and drugs. She later in life was able to get clean and get involved in the faith community and become a leader in it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Harris Dawson. Any other adjourning motions? Seeing none, that concludes our meeting. Our meeting is adjourned. Have a wonderful weekend.